Okay, so I've got number 7 here. I'm going to open it up. Something's rolling around in there, so let's see what it is. Oh, it is, okay, so it's a Rimmel Jelly Highlighter, and I actually already have one of these, but this one is in a different shade. So mine's like more full-on pink, whereas this one's more of like a peachy kind of colour. Let's see. It's in the shade Candy Queen, and they are really good actually. Good morning. So it's Monday morning and I slept at my parents' house last night and I've just had my breakfast. Phoebe's downstairs with them and I've got some very exciting news because today is the day that Fraser and I are getting married. It's only a small wedding with Mum and Becky as witnesses. Not even Fraser's mum could make it down, unfortunately, due to coronavirus, but we had a think about kind of what we wanted after everything that had happened this year, and we decided that we just wanted to be a family. So we're very excited. Obviously he spent the night at our house, and he called his mum and his friends and stuff. So yeah, obviously I'm going to try and film a few little bits throughout the day. I probably won't film loads, but yeah, very, very excited, and it's definitely the right thing for us. Obviously I know, like, I don't know what you call it, a micro wedding, basically, a really small wedding. It's not really like what people do, but we had a think and we were thinking about booking stuff, you know, in a couple of years, and budgets and pricing and, you know, entertaining, and we just thought actually that's not really what we want it to be about. We want it to be about me and him and Phoebe and us being a family. So yeah, very excited. So it's currently 10 to 9. The ceremony is at 2 o'clock. We have a meal booked for afterwards, and then we have a hotel tonight, and obviously Phoebe will stay here. So yeah, very, very exciting. So I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit as I get ready. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting a bit of makeup on. This is all the stuff that I've got here in my flat lay, and did I also put, yeah, I also put in the highlighter that I opened this morning from my advent calendar. So I'm going to be using that. And then here are all my makeup brushes, which I cleaned a few days ago and I haven't used them since, so they're all brand new and I brought them all just in case. And then obviously, yeah, I got my nails done, I got my hair cut, so I'm ready to go. I even cleaned my ring yesterday. You're not going to be able to see it, but so yeah. In actual fact, Fraser and I were supposed to be getting married on the 26th of November, which is the day, our 9-year anniversary. I vlogged the day we went to the Friston Forest, and it's actually got nearly 500 views now, which is amazing. Yeah, that was supposed to be our wedding day. Unfortunately, we got into lockdown again. They cancelled all weddings, which, in my opinion, a little bit ridiculous, but it is what it is, because we only had 2 witnesses. We were only ever going to have like 2 or 3 people. But it is what it is. So excuse me, we rescheduled for this day. So yeah, so let me just give you, this is gonna ruin everything, but I'm just gonna give you a sneak preview of what I've got. Okay, so these are all the products, well, not all of them. I brought a whole selection so that I knew that I'd have basically everything, but obviously as I use a product I will be showing you what I have got. Sorry if I look a bit wild, I've just had loads of sneezes. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is moisturising. This is a mini version of the moisturiser that I always use, and it is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and I swear by this moisturiser because it's water based rather than like a cream based or oil based, so it literally soaks in straight away. It leaves your skin feeling so nice and soft and moisturised, so I'm going to be using this. Also, please do not take this as like a makeup tutorial or anything. I don't know what I'm doing with makeup. I just do what, you know, what I think looks nice and stuff. I don't have any techniques or anything like that, so please don't take this to heart and don't slate me if I do anything you think is wrong. Next I'm going to be using the Elemis toner that I got actually in my advent calendar, like day one, and I love it. I've already used it quite a lot because I use it twice daily. So I just put it on a pad and put it on my face. Okay, so while I'm waiting for those two things to kind of soak in, I'm going to go and wash my beauty blender. It's pretty disgusting, I'll be honest. I have got a new one on my Christmas list, so hopefully I'll get one for Christmas because this one is looking really sad now. But yeah, it's all I've got, so that's what I've got to use. So I'm going to go wash it now. Okay, so I've just wet my beauty blender, and yes, it changes colour when it gets hot, so it goes from pink to blue. But as you can see, it's not the best, so yeah, but it's what we've got to deal with. So next I'm going to put on some foundation, and like the true prepared lady that I am on her wedding day, I am mixing two shades because, sorry if you can hear there's banging outside, I'll shut the window. This is my favourite foundation. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation. I got shade matched probably this time last year, and I haven't changed my shade since, and it's just slightly too pale for me. So I mix it with some of this L'Oreal True Match, which is really too dark for me. I think I got shade matched for that like a summer ago or something. Obviously these are new bottles, but I had to buy the same shades because I can't be shade matched at the moment because of coronavirus. They're not really doing that kind of thing in stores, so I'm just going with these two. Actually works really nicely, so we move. In fact, before I put on foundation, I'm just going to slap on a bit of this. This is another thing that I got in the advent calendar. It's the Wonderlift 60-second wrinkle reducer, and it's really, really nice just under the eyes for kind of firming before you put some makeup on. So just a tiny little bit. Okay, so I don't actually put foundation over my whole face. What I tend to do is just kind of start with the places that need it. Obviously this camera's pretty terrible, so it's not really picking up anything. But I tend to just start with the places that need it. So yeah, this is what I've got. I got a tiny 2 dark blobs and a big light blob. And I just mix it up with my finger. But yeah, like I said, I don't actually put it everywhere necessarily. So I put a little bit on my nose, my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin. I've still got a little bit left on my hand for if I need it afterwards. And then I just blend that stuff out. I find that if you put kind of foundation everywhere, it kind of looks worse. I prefer it to be a little bit more natural and seamless, like blended into your face rather than everywhere kind of thing. Now obviously we will be having to wear masks for some of the day, unfortunately. Obviously going into the restaurant we will need to use them, and I'm not sure, we don't have to use them for the ceremony, but I'm not sure if we'll have to use them just like in the town hall building in general. I'm just gonna tuck this bit of hair back with my mum's clip. Okay, so foundation is done, and whilst I wait for that to kind of set and sink in, I'm going to do my brows. Okay, so my brows are pretty basic at the moment. I've got this spoolie and I've kind of brushed them up. I did try and like tidy them up earlier in the week, so they're looking okay. Brush through them, and at the moment I'm using the Benefit Cabral. I've only got a mini one because I wasn't sure of the shade again. I had to buy it online. This was a little while back actually. So yeah, I just used a little bit of this. Okay, so that's my brows done with the colour. What I then do is go in with, let me find it, the 24-hour brow setter, which is also by Benefit. This is one of my favourite products ever. And I will just brush them through again and set them. My brows are done, so let's have a think what to do next. I will probably do my eyes or face. Probably do my eyes next, in which case I'm going to just set my under eye. This is, sorry, I'm rubbish at this. This is the Laura Mercier eye powder, secret brightening powder for under eyes in shade 1. And it's basically just like a very, 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 very fine milled setting powder, which is sorry, which is translucent, and it just has the tiniest bit of shimmer so that it like brightens your under eyes. I don't want to use loads because if we get photos with the flash on, I don't want to get flashback, so I'm just going to use a tiny little bit. Sorry, I have a very mild allergy to the cats when I come home, and it just gives me a runny nose occasionally, and I was really hoping that I wouldn't get it once I'd done my foundation because I don't want to blow my nose with my foundation on, but we'll see. Okay, sorry, I just had to delete some videos so I had some more room for storage. Okay, so I'm going to do eyeshadow. I brought 4 palettes with me. As you can see, pretty basic, we're going pretty neutral. I also brought my Hourglass, what's it called, Scattered Light glitter eyeshadow, which is going to be like the main lid. So I just kind of need to look and decide what transitions and what matte shades I want to use. Okay, please ignore the state of my palette. But I think I'm going to use this one's missing and this one's broken. But I think I'm going to use the Naked 3 palette just because I really like this matte shade. And the Scattered Light that I'm going to be using is kind of like a pink shade. But I will probably start with this one, which is Naked by Naked One. These palettes are pretty old, so yeah. Okay, so I've done like the matte shadow. Excuse me. I've done like the matte shadow. Sorry, I'm just going to try and be quiet because I don't want to like annoy anyone. So yeah, Naked, and then what are they called? Limit and Nuna from the Naked 3 palette, just to make it a slightly more pink. Obviously this camera's terrible, it's not meant to be a makeup tutorial. So yeah. Then I'm going to use Hourglass in shade Aura, which is the pink one. I'll show you. These are my all-time favourite. Again, it's not really picking up, but they're my all-time favourite eyeshadows. Super sparkly and beautiful. Okay, so that's on my lids now. Super, super sparkly and beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in my crease in this outer corner. I'm just going to darken it up slightly because obviously on camera and stuff, when you're taking pictures, you kind of need to be almost more dramatic because then it shows up. So yeah, I'll just do a tiny bit more dark in the outer corner. Okay, so for my inner corner, obviously here, to make it pop, I'm going to be using this highlight by Colourpop, Brighter Than the Moon, in the shade Counting Sheep. Okay, so I think that's my eyes done. I've just literally added a tiny bit more dark to the outer corners. Obviously I'll do mascara and stuff in a sec. But before I do that, I'm going to do under eye highlight, and what I'm going to use is Benefit Highbrow, just this kind of pale pencil. Okay, so now I'm going to do my face. I use the NARS bronzer in the shade Laguna. I have a tiny forehead, so I don't put much on my forehead. Fraser always laughs at me because I have a 3 head. Like, I literally have the tiniest forehead ever. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Chantecaille, I think is how you pronounce it, blush. Looks like this. Okay, so finally I'm going to do my lashes. I have these eyelash colours from Tweezerman. Originally, when the wedding was in November, I was going to get my lashes done, I was going to get extensions. But obviously that didn't happen, and I didn't have enough time to get them done again, so I bought myself a new pair of eyelash colours, and these ones had the best reviews, and I do think they're really good. And then for mascara, I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I did actually treat myself to a new one because my other one is pretty old, so yeah. Okay, so this is much better lighting. I was in a dark corner, but as you can see, my makeup is complete. So yeah, obviously I'm going to put some lipstick on, but I'm still going to have something to eat. So I'm not going to do that yet because I will just have to redo it. But yeah, this is my finished look. I'm not going to wear highlighter just because I don't want to look like glittery or shiny in the photos. I think I'm just going to stick with the blush. So yeah, I'm all ready. Hi little girly, are you having a nice nap? Hi. Okay, so I've come downstairs and even better you can see kind of like my makeup. Obviously, again, don't take it as a tutorial. I just thought I'd share what I was doing for my wedding makeup. Phoebe's asleep over in the bouncy chair, and Mum and Becky have just gone to pick up my bouquet and Fraser's buttonhole, so they should be home soon and I will show you those when they get back. This is Phoebe's dress for the day and it is so cute. It's from John Lewis and bought it a little while ago, and it came on this little silk hanger and it is so gorgeous. She's going to look like a proper little bridesmaid. So one of the rules for COVID is that we have to sign the register with our own pen. So Mum and Becky really kindly bought us this Parker pen with Mrs. and Mrs. Snow engraved in it, and it's so beautiful. Ah, I'm so excited. You're getting into your dress at the very last minute, just in case. You're still in your pyjamas. Yeah. Pretty girl, you're gonna be a bridesmaid. Baby's first wedding. Okay, so I'm in my dress and my jacket and got all my jewellery on. Oh, got a bit of hair sticking out. And here's my flowers, which are so beautiful. And yeah, obviously you'll see my dress properly, I'm sure, as the day goes on. And Phoebe is just in the car seat, so we're just about to leave. Mum's just gone to go and pick up Fraser, and we're gonna go up onto the downs to have our like first look. Yeah, it's our first look because we haven't seen each other. We don't know what, I know vaguely what his suit looks like, but he doesn't know at all what I'm wearing, so yeah, excited. In the car and we're ready to go. Like I said already, we're going up onto the downs to get like a first look and get some really nice photos. It is raining a little bit, but we do have an umbrella and I'm not going to let that kind of dampen the day. Yeah, very excited to see Fraser and see him all dressed up.